Hello everyone, and if you're like me and you happen to get the beta, then you were happy enough to see this message inside of your PSN notifications. Now if you're wondering how I got beta without even registering, stay tuned and I'll definitely tell every little detail I got on that one. But for right now, what you're going to end up doing if you end up got that, you should have gotten this situation where it gives you all the redeemable points. Super fun for beta 2. So let's go ahead and get to the nitty gritty. If you're watching this video and you're already probably about 30 seconds and you're probably wondering, how the hell did Mac get beta without even applying for 6.0? Well, it was easy, actually. I was able to reach out to them multiple times in 5.0 and 5.5 and failed. And I think the way it works out, and I'm going to show you exactly how to go in and register in a few, like, give me like a minute or so so I can just break this down so you guys can look at the analytics of what I did from point A to point Z and you girls in order to become beta testers. So if you look at it in the ultimate end, what I ended up doing, like I said, from 5.0 to 5.5, I applied multiple times. Even when 5.5 and 5.0 were the ones that were saying like, oh, you know, we're gonna have like name changes on the PSN, which they didn't. You know, a lot of things were speculated on these situations and like what it could be, but I was still excited to try to beta test, so I just kept applying to them. It wasn't like I was spamming the crap out of them, but like, you know, like every like week or so, or I get some downtime, I would go to the beta forums and register. And I think this is the way it works out. So say for instance, let's rewind 4.50, right? And looking at a major ODS. Let's say for instance I applied for 4.5. Right? And one of my buddies was already selected for 4.5. Beta tester already. Right? Let's say some assumption. Now that turn in 4.5, he doesn't apply, but somehow still gets it, but doesn't register the code. So the code assigned to his PSN now therefore is not active. So let's say now there's another person, two people in front of me, right? And they applied, but they applied before me. So more than likely, when it comes down to 5.0, since 4.5 was not used by my buddy, now they're going to have an open slot. So knowing what they're going to do is going to go down that list and the way you've submitted it, and they're going to select you. So now I didn't get it in 5.0, but I kept applying and kept showing them, hey, my interest, dropped them emails, answered the questions. And in the ultimate end, they ended up like really giving like an honest way to get people into beta testing, you know, because they say it's a special group, but a lot of this, what they actually end up pulling together is, I think, the most honest way to kind of give it to the people. Now, personally, for me, being the first generation of beta testing for myself, you know, this is really fun. I definitely see some like performance points that are kind of popping out for like 6.0 in the beta form. It doesn't seem like it's anything that I could find yet, at least, should I say. A lot of it's trial and error. I haven't tried to put a PS3 disc inside the freaking PlayStation 4 to see if it runs. I highly doubt it will, but I'm still going to try that. I want to see myself, honestly. One of my community members asked me that, and I was wondering. But so that is what the trick is. So basically what happened to me is I put in, for remember, 5.0, 5.5, nothing. And I multiple times hit them up. And then I heard the line when I was in San Diego Comic-Con, like that, like, hey, 6.0 was trickling in, and they had talked about it, like the really bigger points in, like, I believe E3, where they hinted towards the OS improvement. And a lot of people are hoping for a UI improvement. A lot of people are hoping for like a PSN change, for you playing like PlayStation 3 and backwards compatibilities. There's a lot of hopes and, you know, wants inside of like how you can get into this like beta testing and see for yourself, be ahead of the curve. And lo and behold, when I finally got back home and I'm like, oh, I want to do this, I really want to do this, and like freaking like I end up like getting down to the point of missing like the cutoff date, like because I got busy with doing editing and all this other stuff. Well, long story short, I logged on and like Wednesday I ended up seeing this. It was like, I've been pre-selected. So how does that happen? How do I not register for 6.0 even though I registered for 5.0 and 5.5, but yet here I am? You know, so it's like I didn't register it for it at all, but I activated the code. So that's exactly what it probably is. And a nice hypothesis wrapped up into a nice little shell is that you probably have to keep applying and going to the beta. Now let's go ahead and slam over, and I'm going to show you exactly where you can beta test in the registry point, like where you can just basically get ready to. So you're going to go to the Sony site, and I conveniently put that like URL on the bottom, just so you can very quickly select it, and if you want to. And if you can see, like, pretty much where I'm going to go ahead and see, you can hit I agree. It's basically saying, and they're going to ask you some basic questions. Now, I already completed this. Again, I should have probably not. They refresh it about every week or so, and I was honest. I said I already opted in because I wanted to be part of future testing. So I secured my point of like, hey guys, I really like this. I think this is really great. But they'll ask you 3 basic questions. I guess for myself, I put in my gamer tag name. I put in what I like to be opted in the future, if I haven't already. And then it also gave me a simple point of just like asking me a denominator question, like of just like the situations of like, you know, basic stuff. Like, and I'm pretty sure it probably will be a little bit different, like for like the people that have not been signed up, because they probably understood that it was me. But yeah, that in a nutshell is exactly how you're going to try to get into the beta testing. Keep applying, go to the website down below, and in the comments you'll see where you can just test it. And probably every so often just continue to try to like put another resume and just wait. You know, who knows, maybe 6.5 you'll get inside of this situation, or maybe it'll come down to the point where, you know, you can come down to, you know, when PlayStation 5 hits in the OS that they're trying to test inside the situation. You don't know. You know, it's like the whole point of where it can go and where it can like blossom to is pretty cool. But I'm gonna go ahead and like kind of cut this to a point of Q&A. I see Mackenzie, I see Josh inside of here. I just want to say hi to everyone. But if anyone's got any questions, I'm probably gonna wrap this up at the 10-minute mark. I can definitely try to like throw out there, since I'm semi-live, in the point of being about like a 5 minutes in the head in the future. I'm also noticing some interesting inconsistencies. I'm wondering why the stream health is telling me orange. Let's see here. It says it's lower. I have it set at a higher one, but I guess I'll find out in a second. I'll have to like look into that. Maybe I have it set like to the point of just doing low latency of a different bit rate. But hey, at least it worked. But if no one has any questions, I'm gonna go ahead and sum this up and say, if you're new to the MacGyver 7 channel, definitely drop a like, drop a community growth, pound that red button of subscription, and join the M7 news. I'm always on here. I'm always trying to answer questions, trying to give back to the people. So I mean, if you have any questions that are like related to beta 6.0, I'm definitely always here to try to help people. Whoa, Mackenzie, that's crazy. Whoa. Rockstar, dude, what's up, man? I'm glad to see everyone popping in here on the tail end of this. This is pretty cool. And it looks like the stream health like completely leveled out too. I guess everyone here was a very good start. But hey, you know, I'm hoping that like, you know, my community members that definitely do have the PlayStation 4, and you're looking for that beta 2 emblem on the top, just like I have, try to like look into the things that I thought as well. As try to search around for like certain like other streamers. I haven't become too in bed with Sony yet. I'm hoping in the near future things hit off really well, where I can actually give out beta keys to my community members, because I think that'd be really cool to be able to get beta keys, talk about beta, promote beta, and give out beta. Like, so much beta awesomeness right there. But yeah, it's kind of getting close to the 10-minute mark. So I mean, like, this is definitely Mackenzie. It's a huge update. So like, stay tuned for performance. That's one thing I've noticed at the tail end of this, like for like trying it for about a week now, is it seems like it's revving up the engine probably around like every 2 hours worth of work, which makes NMS run really well. You just hear the fan kicking like a damn turbo. It's so ridiculously awesome. But yeah, you know, I'm having a lot of fun beta testing for Sony. It's made my system run faster for sure. I'm kind of curious though in the tail end when they actually do roll out like the finished product, if there's going to be a UI overlay. So like I'm looking more towards like that user interface to see exactly what they'd be end up doing with that, because there's a lot of rumors around that and they kind of worded it a little bit. But here's the thing I'm gonna say as it wraps up, since it looks like it's about like 6:17, 6:18 in the morning. This is about to change over in that minute, probably up there in a second. I'm gonna be back. I noticed that 1.54 of No Man's Sky dropped, so your boy Mac is gonna go ahead and let this cool down, so that way I can come back and do some patch note work for No Man's Sky. So stay tuned for that. I appreciate everyone popping in. It means a lot to me to see everyone this early in the morning for the MacGyver 7th channel. So again, if you're new to the community, subscribe, share, like. If you're returning, thank you so much. Appreciate it. And M7 family, stay tuned. Keep it classy. Remember, it's not where your dreams take you. It's where you take your dreams. And this is MacGyver, signing out. No worries, Trade. Dude, it was nice seeing you as well, brother. You take it easy.